As you jump into the Windows 8 world, you're going to hear the term Metro and Metro apps and all things Metro. And in this video, I just want you to understand what Metro is, why Microsoft went this route, and how it will help you when you begin to use Windows 8. Metro is simply a one-word description for a new approach to the Windows operating system interface. It's designed to make the operating system a very efficient, one-screen touch device application. However, at the same time, it'll still hold on to the past Windows operating system experience that you have. A lot of the same functionalities. It still functions just as well with a mouse as it does your fingers. That's the one thing that people are being very surprised about, that while this is a touch interface, it works very, very well with a mouse, and it doesn't take very long to get really comfortable with it. And like I said, I've been using this thing in the various pre-release release previews and consumer previews and so forth. And just having this thing running, out in a Starbucks, getting used to it, people would walk up and say, "Man, what is that?" And I would tell them, and I would show it to them, and they're like, "Wow, that's cool." Totally different reaction than what you see out there on the internet. With people talking about how this is not going to work and on and on and on. A lot of people have even said, "Hey, can I work that just a minute?" And they pull a chair up, and it's kind of been neat. But anyway, so you still got everything that you liked about previous versions, but you have Metro piled in there now. Now, Metro is a total different programming and visual paradigm. A Metro app always runs full screen, unless you snap it. We'll talk about that later. Now, this is a big requirement if you'll think about smaller touch devices, smartphones, small tablets, the little half-size tablets, the little Kindle-size type tablets, if you will. Those things, we need the app. Whatever we're running, a browser, a mail program, it needs to be full screen. It needs to be a little bit larger so that it can accommodate our fingers. I use the iPhone. But one of the things that I absolutely hate to do is try to input text on the iPhone because I have trouble hitting the characters right. Now, we can also pinch the size of the screen. So we can put two fingers down and either spread them or bring them in closer, and that will zoom the screen on most Metro apps. The apps are informative. They display data on that home screen if they're built that way. The apps are connected. The developers can share data between apps so that if I open up one app and put some data in there, the developers can determine that other apps will reach in there and grab that data and share it and use it as that particular app runs. So I enter my data one time and it follows not only me to different devices, but also amongst the different apps on my machine as well. Now, the apps expose only necessary common functionalities. The idea in Metro is, let's don't put every setting and option on the interface. If you think about Word 2007, Word 2010, all of those settings at the top are up there, and they do somewhat clutter the interface. If you're just trying to write a letter, you don't need headers and tables and formatting and this and that. And so Metro seeks to take care of that on the Mail app and so forth. Well, let's go out to Metro just a minute. You'll notice that if I open Internet Explorer, it automatically goes full screen, and now I have everything here full screen. Okay. Well, if I come down to the URL and I take this out and I just put Microsoft, notice as soon as I start typing it, it's making suggestions up there for me. And I'll just take Microsoft.com. I'll just hit enter. And notice it goes and grabs Microsoft.com. And then when I click this, it's full screen. All right. So everything about this thing is full screen. And then anytime I want to, I can use a keyboard shortcut and go right back out to my start menu and do something else. That's still out there. I'll show you later how to see running apps in Metro. Again, what if I need to jump to the desktop? Well, there's keyboard shortcuts I can use. We'll talk about them later. Or on the Metro environment here, I can just point to the desktop tile and jump right out to there. And notice it's taking me right back to my PowerPoint because it's running on the desktop. So that's what Metro is. It's a new programming paradigm, and for those of you who are developers out there, this is going to get real interesting. We're talking HTML5, Cascading Style Sheets 3, JavaScript, C#, Lots of different options here. It is a new way to think. Now, should everything be Metro? Absolutely not. Does it behoove us to try to write an entire book or a complex report by trying to run something like Word or Excel in a Metro app? No, it does not. Those apps are probably better served where they're at right now, which is out in the desktop environment. So you're going to see Metro start to change the way we think about some of our apps, the way we use our apps. But again, the idea with Metro is keep it simple, give me a very clean, slick interface that I can just get things done very quickly.